Hello everyone, and welcome to my Bold and Beautiful Today channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. A countdown to Steffy's indignation as Finn plays with fire. The countdown to Steffy Forrester's indignation will begin when John Finnegan plays with fire, according to spoilers for the week of March 10th to 14th on The Bold and the Beautiful. Here's what B&B fans should anticipate if Logan makes a power play as well. Finn is going to put himself in danger because it appears that he will conceal Luna Nozawa's present whereabouts in the upcoming episodes. Finn will undoubtedly feel anxious and may express concerns because he often dislikes keeping secrets from Steffy. If Finn appears tense, Steffy may get suspicious, but she may conclude that he is simply overwhelmed by the paternity drama. Finn might be able to conceal Luna's house imprisonment at the Spencer mansion for the time being, but it won't last. B&B fans might as well begin counting down the days before Steffy's wrath arrives, since this secret is going to blow up in the upcoming weeks. Their marriage will undoubtedly suffer another setback when Steffy discovers that Finn has been concealing something so significant. Bill Spencer will have to wait for the criticism he will undoubtedly encounter till then. Since Bill is the reason Luna is no longer housed in a real prison, he will be aware that there will be severe consequences when the time comes. Naturally, our forecasts indicate that Steffy will soon tear into Poppy Nozawa, Romy Park. Steffy should be upset with Poppy for using Finn when he was younger and for keeping Luna's paternity a secret for so long. Keep an eye out for Lee Finnegan's angry reaction as she receives updates on Poppy's night with Finn and the fatherhood announcement. Regarding Hope Logan, she might discover that she has more authority. Carter Walton might wish to make amends with Hope after upsetting his relationship by giving in to Daphne Rose's, Muriel Hilaire, kiss. That might keep Carter from giving in and returning control of Forrester to Steffy and Ridge Forrester. To make Hope happy and try to restart their romance, Carter might wait a little while longer. Nevertheless, Hope will make demands that can worsen her relationship with Carter. Hope will bring about some changes within the corporation, but if she is not careful, she might push Carter too far. According to spoilers for The Bold and the Beautiful, there will be a lot of action over the week of March 10th to 14th. Don't miss any of the conflicts and surprises. Regarding Luna's house arrest, Bill tells Steffy these 6 words. After Luna Nozawa's house arrest is made public, spoilers for The Bold and the Beautiful indicate that Bill Spencer might have a few words for Steffy Forrester. Steffy will ultimately find out that Luna is residing in Bill's home, even if it might take some time for the truth to surface. We all know that Steffy will eventually find out, even if John Finnegan keeps it a secret from her as long as possible. What occurs when Steffy learns that Bill used all of his remaining connections to secure Luna's release from prison? Steffy will undoubtedly be upset with Bill for pulling strings and making Luna a greater threat. Without question, Luna felt safer in that prison, so it's understandable that Steffy would lose it. Without a sure, Steffy will approach Bill and insist on knowing why he would act in this manner. Steffy will grasp the strange bond between Bill and Luna, but Bill might exaggerate how he perceives Luna in a manner that most people don't. Bill can identify with Luna's own childhood issues because he, too, didn't have the best upbringing. Additionally, Bill believes Luna is developing as a person and merits an opportunity to reach her greatest potential. In Bill's opinion, Luna couldn't go to it because she was stuck in such a terrible position. Naturally, the danger to Luna's personal safety was the primary factor in Bill's decision to release her from prison. Fans of B&B are aware that Luna had severe injuries in the slammer, so if she had stayed there long enough, she might have met a terrible end. For this reason, Bill might end up telling Steffy these 6 words, "I couldn't just leave Luna there." Bill would contend that if he hadn't done anything and Luna hadn't lived, he couldn't have lived with himself. It would have appeared as though he held Bill accountable. Nothing Bill could say would improve the situation, according to our forecasts, but he will still try if a confrontation starts. According to previews for The Bold and the Beautiful, Steffy will likely vent her anger in a huge way. Follow along for updates on how she will respond as the shocking news becomes public. Finn strives for redemption while Luna's future is called into question. According to teasers for The Bold and the Beautiful, Luna Nozawa is taken aback when she discovers who John Finn Finnegan stands for. Since the 2 paternity tests he performed, fans have been aware that his role as Luna's father alters her life in more ways than are immediately apparent. After accidentally meeting Steffy Forrester Finnegan, Jacqueline McInnes Wood, Finn immediately established himself as a cornerstone of the community. That occurred following her second motorbike accident, highlighting the perilous nature of driving in Los Angeles, California, without a vehicle. However, what could be more perilous than riding a motorcycle, randomly killing 2 men, and then having your house arrest plan revealed? However, others contend that Finn's discovery of Luna might pave the way for an alternative kind of liberty. Is Luna Nozawa unstable or remorseful? This section header question might have either response. When Luna is seen alone with her thoughts, viewers are aware that several facets of her personality have emerged. Following her play acting with her mother, Poppy Nozawa, Romy Park, in the prison visitor's room, fans witnessed her smug smirk. She did this while making up a story about not being herself when the murders occurred. When Luna recently tried to justify her actions to Finn and Bill Spencer, her longtime patron, she reiterated that same statement. What would make the audience trust her, then? Status of John Finn Finnegan's health. Finn has a crucial role as a physician. Who better to advocate for further research into Luna's mental health than someone in that field? If it turns out that she has an unidentified illness, the perspective on her misdeeds may change. Of course, if Finn did that, he would run the danger of offending Steffy. However, Finn is certain that if he had been Luna's father from the beginning, she would not be in this awful situation. He is attributing Luna's free will behavior to Poppy's decision to keep Finn out of their daughter's life. That kind of thinking makes the assumption that Luna's sole option is to kill in response to her mother's poor parenting. That is a mind-bending stretch, so perhaps Finn might participate in mental gymnastics at the next Olympiad. Finnegan, Steffy Forrester, is horrified. Steffy wants to do everything in her power to alleviate her husband's suffering after witnessing it firsthand. She thus concentrated on how Poppy's behavior hurt him. Poppy did deny her child's father any rights, which is completely immoral, therefore that perspective is sound. Regardless of what one believes about Luna's degree of blame, the outcome of Poppy's reckless actions was undeniably terrible. The road ahead is the issue Finn faces as he starts to comprehend his paternal connection to Luna. He responds to Poppy's decision with protection, in contrast to Luna. Finn will probably do everything in his power to provide Luna the finest future possible because he feels obligated to assist her. Since Steffy has previously been through the Sheila Carter-Sharp revelation, the audience is aware that there will be strife. Fans are also aware that this intense plot will be impacted by Sheila's eventual realization of everything. When Steffy Forrester learns that Luna isn't incarcerated but is instead living happily at Bill Spencer's mansion, possibly with Finn's knowledge, her marriage may be ruined, according to previews for The Bold and the Beautiful. As Luna's secret location is explained, Steffy's marriage hangs by a thread. Will the last betrayal that ends Steffy and Finn's tumultuous marriage be finding out that Luna is not incarcerated? The most heartbreaking revelation yet for the already shaky relationship between Steffy Forrester and Finn Finnegan is being built up by the most recent developments on The Bold and the Beautiful. And it's possible that this bombshell will be the one that eventually demolish everything. Due of Luna's incarceration, Steffy's marriage depends on it. Steffy has been very clear about her stance in recent weeks. She is clinging to her marriage despite pressure from Ridge and Taylor to leave Finn, but it is directly related to Luna Nozawa's safety in prison. After everything that Finn's complex family ties have caused her, Steffy finds that the only thing that makes her feel safe enough to remain with him is the knowledge that her tormentor is in prison. Steffy is ignorant of the fact that Luna is not in any pain in a jail cell. At Bill Spencer's estate, she is actually leading a very comfortable life while under house arrest. Although this arrangement has been kept under wraps, the truth will eventually come to light, and there will be catastrophic consequences. The fact that Luna has eluded true justice is hardly the most heartbreaking aspect of this discovery. It's the mounting proof that Finn is aware of Luna's precise location and has purposefully concealed it from his wife. The trust that Steffy and her husband have been working so hard to re-establish is undermined by this degree of dishonesty. The key that could end it all. It would be heartbreaking enough for Steffy, who has suffered greatly at the hands of Luna, to learn that her captor is living in luxury while she still copes with the psychological fallout. But discovering that her own spouse has participated in the concealment of this information? The ultimate betrayal might be that. Finn's relationship with Sheila Carter, the discovery that Luna is his biological daughter with Poppy, and numerous other family-related issues have already earned Steffy's forgiveness. Their marriage has been put to the test by each discovery, but Steffy has managed to overcome these obstacles in some way. But this secret feels different. Also. Spoilers for The Bold and the Beautiful. Bridget Forrester returns to Los Angeles, wedding drama or medical emergency? Steffy unintentionally created the ideal environment for heartbreak when she specifically mentioned Luna's incarceration as the reason she stayed in the marriage. Not only is Finn keeping quiet about Luna's true whereabouts, but it also directly violates Steffy's declared limits and sense of security. Stress in the family intensifies. Taylor Hayes and Ridge Forrester haven't held back while expressing their worries about Finn. Concerned about the toll his family conflict is having on their daughter's well-being, they have been pressuring her to leave him for months. Steffy has so far rejected their entreaties, adamant on surviving the difficulties in her marriage. Ridge and Taylor will probably feel that their worries are justified when this bombshell is revealed. They have always had strong protective feelings for their daughter, and this information will further confirm their suspicion that Finn is unfit to be trusted with Steffy's safety or heart. Now, the question is whether Steffy will at last admit that her parents could have been correct all along. Will she finally concede defeat and end their tumultuous marriage after standing up for Finn time and time again and giving him opportunity after opportunity? Bill's inspirations cause eyebrows to lift. Even though Steffy and Finn have received most of the attention, Bill Spencer's intriguing involvement in all of this cannot be overlooked. After everything Luna had done to Steffy, why would the business tycoon grant her a place to stay in his mansion? His involvement makes this already chaotic scenario even more complex. It appears that Bill's decision to harbor Luna was motivated by his friendship with Poppy Nozawa. His decision to provide sanctuary to someone who harassed his ex-daughter-in-law Steffy, keep in mind that she was previously married to his son Liam, calls into question his priorities and allegiances, especially in the context of love sentiments. Also. Spoilers for The Bold and the Beautiful. Does Taylor forget shooting Bill while criticizing Finn? Her stunning hypocrisy is revealed. As this plot develops, Bill might be torn between his affections for Poppy and the consequences of keeping Steffy in the dark about Luna's whereabouts. Over the years, the Spencer estate has been the scene of numerous violent altercations, and when the truth is revealed, it appears to be ready for another explosive conflict. Afterward, what happens? The entire Forrester and Spencer family will undoubtedly be shocked to learn about Luna's luxurious house imprisonment arrangement. It will be heartbreaking enough for Steffy to discover that Luna is living nicely at Bill's mansion rather than suffering in prison. Finding out that Finn was aware of this and concealed it from her could be the last straw that destroys their marriage. Will Steffy eventually push herself over the edge and end her relationship with Finn? Given that Steffy explicitly linked her desire to remain with Finn to Luna's incarceration, is their marriage likely to withstand this degree of betrayal? To what extent was Finn aware of Luna's predicament? The outcome of one of the most turbulent partnerships on The Bold and the Beautiful will depend on how these questions are answered. This secret about Luna may be the one that ultimately separates Steffy and Finn for good after they have endured so many hardships together. For 36 seconds, I thought of Ridge and Finn's daughter. Finn's notorious daughter, long shrouded in mystery and driven by a dark ambition that seems to defy the legacy of her infamous father, emerges as a formidable force determined to upend the established order in a stunning turn of events that has sent shockwaves through the glamorous yet brutal world of high-stakes drama. As her schemes start to irritate Ridge, a man renowned for his unwavering leadership and unyielding sense of honor, the tension escalates into an all-consuming battle of wills that promises to redefine every alliance and enmity within their intertwined realms. Her methods are as crafty as they are brutal, using calculated seductions, clandestine alliances, and a string of well-timed betrayals that leave those around her reeling and frantically trying to figure out her true motivations. Finn's daughter, who was born into a family of power and controversy, bears the weight of her father's turbulent past in addition to a fierce desire to forge her own destiny by any means necessary. Her presence in Ridge's world is characterized from the beginning by a string of provocative actions intended to weaken his authority and damage the reputation he has worked so hard to establish. Every public appearance and private discussion in the hallways of their affluent social circles is tinged with animosity, portending a new era of conflict. As he faces the harsh reality that his meticulously built empire is now under siege by a woman whose ambition knows no bounds, Ridge, whose reputation as a stalwart guardian of tradition and loyalty has long earned him the respect and admiration of his peers, finds himself thrust into a maelstrom of emotional and professional turmoil. Edge must face the possibility that the very foundations of his world may collapse under the constant assault of Finn's daughter's cunning schemes as she carefully infiltrates his inner circle, taking advantage of old grudges, starting new controversies, and revealing a flurry of scandalous revelations that affect every aspect of his life. The growing conflict is depicted against a background of shifting allegiances and shaky alliances, where every gesture carries the risk of betrayal and every smile conceals hidden agendas. In this unstable environment, enduring friendships break down, new alliances are formed out of necessity, and the ultimate test of trust is put to the test. The deep-seated scars of Finn's legacy, a legacy tainted by betrayal, regret, and an unrelenting thirst for power, are gradually revealed by flashbacks and whispered secrets as the drama builds. These scars now form the basis of his daughter's planned rebellion, giving her actions a bittersweet, almost inevitable quality that makes it difficult to distinguish between self-destruction and justifiable vengeance. The clash between these two unstoppable personalities becomes a microcosm of a larger societal struggle between the old guard and the new, between time-honored values and the brutal pursuit of personal ambition, in a series of thrilling confrontations that leave the audience breathless. Each skirmish is not just a personal grudge, but a symbolic struggle over the direction of a legacy that has defined generations, with Finn's daughter representing the disruptive spirit of change and Ridge serving as the bulwark of tradition. She carefully plans events to undermine Ridge's world by sowing doubt among his closest allies, controlling the media with shocking disclosures, and using a number of shrewd strategies that take advantage of every weakness in his armor. She turns every public appearance into a high-stakes confrontation, a battlefield where every glance is loaded with the threat of retaliation and every word becomes a weapon. Ridge, for his part, reacts with a combination of cool-headedness and simmering rage, rallying his confidants and using decades of experience to combat her unrelenting assault. However, as the stakes rise and the consequences of each calculated move become more personal, he is forced to face not only the external threat to his reputation but also an internal crisis that makes him wonder if his unwavering dedication to honor and loyalty can withstand the unchecked chaos unleashed by a woman who views weakness as a chance and strength as a challenge to be faced head-on. The collision between Ridge and Finn's daughter reaches a fevered pitch at a lavish social gathering, where long-held secrets spill forth and the true extent of her manipulative genius is laid bare for everyone to see. In this moment of explosive revelation, the carefully maintained facades of both characters crumble, exposing raw vulnerabilities that speak to the human condition, a condition where ambition, betrayal, and the quest for redemption are inextricably intertwined in a dance as old as time itself. This dramatic crescendo captivates audiences and reshapes the power dynamics of their shared universe. The confrontation turns into a cathartic release of decades' worth of bottled-up anger and unspoken grievances as accusations fly and emotions boil over. Everyone watching is shocked and enthralled by the intensity of the conflict. Every heated exchange and bitter comment serves as a reminder that in a world where power is both a privilege and a burden, the line between hero and villain is dangerously thin, and the true test of strength is the ability to face one's own inner demons even as they are reflected in the actions of an uncompromising enemy. Finn's daughter emerges not only as a villain determined to sow discord, but also as a tragic figure whose own pain and disenfranchisement fuel a quest for identity that can only be realized through the dismantling of the old order, a process that, while destructive, also holds the promise of transformative renewal. Throughout this turbulent saga, the personal and the political blend into a complex tapestry of ambition, legacy, and retribution. Now that he is facing the full force of her defiant assault, Ridge sets out on a journey of self-examination and self-reinvention, struggling with the agonizing realization that the very attributes he once praised, unwavering loyalty, uncompromising honor, and an unwavering adherence to tradition, might not be enough to fend off the brutal pragmatism of a new generation that sees morality as negotiable and power as flexible. It is a battle where the cost of victory is measured not only in the preservation of a hard-won reputation, but also in the very soul of a man who must now confront the painful reality that the world is changing and with it, the very nature of power and loyalty. The ensuing battle is fierce and unrelenting, and it becomes a master class in the dynamics of personal conflict, where every subtle gesture and every calculated move is laden with the weight of legacy and the burden of expectation. The tension between Ridge and Finn's evil daughter is poised to change the course of their entire universe as the final act of this epic confrontation approaches. This will set the stage for a dramatic evolution in which old alliances will fall apart, new loyalties will emerge, and the age-old struggle between the forces of tradition and the unstoppable pull of modern ambition will play out in a story that is both captivating and unpredictable. Every turn in this never-ending struggle of wills, every whispered secret, every public accusation, is a stark reminder that in the world of high drama, the quest for personal vindication and the pursuit of power are inextricably linked. When a legacy built on honor is challenged by a force as disruptive and merciless as Finn's crafty daughter, the resulting clash is bound to leave an indelible mark on everyone who witnesses it. This means that the struggle for control, identity, and redemption will always be a must-watch spectacle that captivates, provokes, and ultimately redefines what it means to fight for one's place in a world that is constantly changing. Is Bridget here to heal Finn's heart? According to teasers for The Bold and the Beautiful, John Finn Finnegan may have lost his wife, but he has gained a daughter. This rich, talented, and attractive person won't be unmarried for long. Do you agree with certain fans who are already promoting a top contender to be the next woman Finn falls in love with? Will Finn learn more about Bridget? Now that Steffy Forrester is aware that Luna Nozawa is Finn's daughter, he needs to find solace elsewhere. Steffy resisted, but there was a glint in her eye that said she would do so soon. This week, her mother, Taylor Hayes, added to the pressure by pleading with Steffy to leave Finn and move out. Steffy and her kids must be protected from Sheila and Luna. Finn could hide the fact that Luna is under house arrest at Bill Spencer's house, but Steffy would be much more enraged. Ashley Jones is back to B&B, according to the news, and there is a lot of plot possibilities here. In a recent Instagram story, Jones shared a picture of herself wearing hair and makeup, but there was more to the image than that. Will Finn fall in love with Bridget? Given that Tanner Novlin was in the background and that Jones and Novlin taped at roughly the same time on the same day, should we make a big deal out of it? The reason for Bridget Forrester's travel to town is yet unknown, however, it could be a medical emergency where she would be working with Finn, or it could be a visit to family. These two have already put their heads together. Do you recall the time they worked together to save the life of Eric Forrester, John McCook? Tell us, B&B followers, if Finn is having marital problems, would he come to Bridget for support? The good news is that Ashley Jones consistently adds excitement to the screen, and we'll keep you informed as this story develops over the next few days.